What up, what up, what up, and Happy New Year to everyone. It's your girl, K.Honesty, and I'm about to do my review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 6. So if you haven't seen the 6th episode of Season 3 of Raising Kanan, turn this video off. Go watch the episode, come back and watch this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple and free way to support my channel. Why do I have so many views but no likes? The likes are anonymous. I won't know it's you is liking it. It's simple and free way to support me. If you fuck with me, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post stuff. And I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words. You'll hear me say, so, like 1,000 times. It is what it is. I might stop to regain my thoughts. I might start talking slow to regain my thoughts. It is what it is. And anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of the episode, what I talked about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, all that good stuff. Comment below. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. Now, see, I thought this episode was going to be so lit because we lost Neek in the last episode. So I was hot off that. I was hot that we lost Neek. And then we get this episode and not too much. I mean, Rock's back in the game, but who's really surprised? Like, but all in all, I feel like it was a good episode. I'm going to do B-. I can't really remember what happened, though, so I'm gonna say B- for now, but when I get to the end of my review, I might change my grade depending on what I talk about. But yeah, so yeah, last chance. If you haven't seen Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 6, turn this video off. Spoiler alert, I'm about to spoil the entire episode, okay? So the first scene, Spark my J. I know people probably be wondering, why you wait till you about to start talking to Spark your J, whatever. But I noticed when I'm doing my reviews, when I first press record and I start talking, I'm doing so much talking, I'm not even smoking. So I'd be like, okay, well, let me wait till I do all the disclaimer stuff and then spark. I don't know why I just explained that, but you never know who be wanting to know stuff like that. So either way. So the first scene is Neek's baby mother showing up at Rock's place. And she got a gun on Rock, talking about where Neek at. I know you know where he at. I know y'all was fucking this, that, and the third. Rock immediately gets to jump on her, and turns the gun on her dumb ass. She's like, the only reason I don't shoot your ass because I know Neek wouldn't want me to hurt you. So we get Famous. He back rapping now. He took a hiatus, but I guess he was feeling himself and the crowd when he did the hip hop night at Lou's club. So he back in the booth rapping. This time his flow is a little different. He kind of basically rapping about how he killed the nigga, and he basically like feeling unsure of himself, and Lou's basically telling him like, you got to step out of that fear, keep putting it on paper, keep spitting it. And this, that, and the third, you know. He's like, I like what I'm hearing from you, Neek. I like what I'm hearing from you, Famous. So then we go back to Neek's baby mother and Rock, and she's telling Rock that Neek's tailor shop was all fucked up, and she hasn't heard from Neek in a week, and that's not like him to not reach out to his son and all that. So Rock asked she asked the reasonable question, like, what is Ronnie saying? That's his whole brother. So the brother, you should be wondering what the brother thinking. So she like, what is Ronnie saying? And the baby mother like, he ain't saying shit. And then Rock make this face, and the baby mother's like, nah, I don't think Ronnie would do that. That's his brother. Like, he loves his brother. Now, I said in my last review, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take for somebody to suspect Ronnie. Honestly, I was wondering how long it was going to take for somebody to notice Neek was missing. But I didn't realize that they left the tailor shop so fucked up that it looked like it was a struggle. And then Ronnie left a damn pipe there that he beat Neek to death with. So we go back to Famous and Lou. He's basically expressing to Lou that it feels good to get his emotions out in the booth. Then we get to Howard. He's the agent who's, I think he's in charge of the task force that came to Howard and them precinct. He's also the agent that showed up at Rock's place, saying we need to come down to the station and talk to us or whatever. So he talking to Howard, saying that he basically talking with Howard. They talking about if Dean is connected to the whole shootings that happened between Rock and the projects and the studio, recording studio and all that. And of course Howard's pretending like he has no, he's pretending he has no connection to the he's pretending Dean has no connection whatsoever. So then we get the little Juke and the little girl group. They it looks like they seemingly they're auditioning for something. I don't know. That lady who's supposed to be like their manager, I don't know who she is to them, but she's there. Two dudes there, I guess they music execs. I don't know. They didn't never give us their titles. Marvin's there also. He's like super excited. He like, man, I don't know what's taking y'all so long to give a response, but y'all know they killed it, especially my daughter. Like, y'all need to make her y'all need to put her front and center, this, that, and third. Like, you know, giving his daughter praises. And Juke, she's like, Dad, pulls him out of the room, tells him to leave. Like, you're embarrassing me, but does it in the black way. Like, just go. She tells her, just go. Marvin's like, man, I be knowing shit. So then we get this thing. I called this shit. I didn't think it was going to happen so soon, but I feel like Famous going to be the one to tell Kanan about what Rock did. So we get this scene with Famous. He tells Kanan about Rock putting the gun in his backpack. This is where their friendship kind of like goes downhill. Because Kanan's like, he gets mad because he's like, first of all, you didn't even tell me. And second of all, you just let her do the shit. You didn't even try to stop her. He was like, third of all, I know she slipped your ass some cash to keep quiet. You just a money-hungry nigga. Then makes Famous move out of his own shit. He's talking about, you got 5 minutes to pack your shit and leave. I'm like, I get it that y'all moving work, so you probably is paying all the rent. Maybe probably all of it. But nigga, his name should have been on the lease. That should be Famous's spot. That's Famous's place at the end of the day. I was just like, you let this nigga kick you out your own place. So now I'm like, I wonder where Famous went at. So we get back to the girl group, and they're, like I said, I don't know this woman's title, but I don't know if she's their manager or what, but she basically telling them that they weren't great, but the execs saw something in them. She's like, I don't agree though, because I didn't see nothing. She's like, y'all too busy all trying to be the lead. No, she said something about, no, one of the girls was like, well, we all over the place because we don't know which one of us is the lead. And the lady was like, well, if you want it, step up and take it. She's like, Juke, I don't know what you want. She's like, if you want it, you need to step up and take it. So then we get to saying Neek's baby mother, he catches Ronnie at taking some of Neek's things from the house. She tries to stop him. He like throws her to the floor. I'm just like, that poor woman, like Ronnie just a wild nigga. He don't even care that he just left this woman, that he just left his nephew without a father. Then we get to see Howard. He goes to his captain, basically tries to ask for a transfer, sees if he can get a transfer. I guess he's trying to get away from Rock because after what she pulled with the whole gun stunt and Kanan or whatever. And he told her, don't contact me no more. That's why I was surprised they met up in this episode, him and Rock. So I knew this was coming. Ronnie, he goes to Juliana and tells her that Neek is gone and he ain't coming back. And he like, can we do business now? Jillian's like, well, if we do this, it's between me and you. Nobody else knows. Not my cousin. It's just between us. So I'm like, so she was a plug this whole time? Because I thought she was just like I thought she was just somebody that could connect you to a plug. I didn't know that she had her own work that she could supply to him. She talking about not to get Joaquin involved. So I was like, okay, I thought Joaquin was the actual plug and she was just the cousin. But I guess she got work too. And her and Ronnie about to work together. She don't even realize the crazy ass mess she about to get into business with. So the social worker is back at Rock's place. Kanan's there this time. They was arguing. She came and she was like, I thought I heard something outside. And Rock was like, oh, we was just, you passionate. People talk passionately. Or something she said. I don't know what she said. Oh, I think I skipped something. I did skip something. Yeah. I skipped the scene where Kanan, he confronts Rock about putting the gun in his bag. And before they could really get into it, that's when the social worker pops up. And then she asked to speak with Kanan alone. So Kanan and the social worker, they step into another room. Then we get that Howard asking about his captain for a transfer. Then we get Ronnie and Juliana. Then we get back to the social worker now sitting with Rock and Kanan. And she basically telling Rock that Kanan said that she was a very vigilant mother and very, she does what she can, her best job or whatever. And says that he said that sometimes she could be overbearing. So the social worker's like, well, I wish more parents were overbearing. She's like, well, I'm satisfied with Kanan's progress. I'll be back, and you guys keep up the good work. I'm just like, girl, get up out of here. So Rock and Kanan, they walk the social worker out. So after she leaves, Kanan's like, man, he's like, I don't doubt that you basically, and they have a back and forth, Kanan and Rock, and basically Kanan's like, well, I don't doubt that you did Lou dirty just like you did me. So Rock's like, you just don't understand right now. One day you will. Kanan's like, I will never understand you. I understand where he's coming from in certain instances, but in other instances, I'm like, this nigga is just a brat. He's just being a child. So I finally heard the lady's name that owns the bar that Lou and them is investing in. Her name is Shirley. Hey, such and such, this is Shirley. What's that song? She was like, hey, this is Shirley. But the white lady that owns the bar, her name is Shirley. So Marvin's chopping it up with her. Lou comes out there, and Marvin tells Lou basically about making Juke upset at her rehearsals and how he trying to be a good dad and this stuff just hard. And Lou tells him, like, you can't be worse. You can't be that bad. You in her life, basically. Like, he just tells her, just keep being a dad. Then we get this scene with Paul. He confronts Kanan because he don't have no more couriers. He like, all my couriers are with you now. So Kanan's like, well, they came to me because I pay more. He's like, you wasn't complaining when I was paying you and giving you free dope and all that. So Paul's like, well, what if I go to the police? This is when Ronnie pops up out of nowhere. This nigga's just an awkward, scary, weird-ass nigga. Pops up out of nowhere, just standing, watching from a distance. Kanan don't even see him. Lacking. So Paul threatens to go to the police. Kanan threatens Paul's life. Like, it won't be the first time a kid put a grown man down. Paul pipes down like, oh, shit, this nigga. He's like, man, I just need a couple guys to do my routes. So Kanan gives him 2 dudes. They didn't even want to go with him. They was like, man, we trying to make some real money. I was just like, well, at least you don't think, at least he, like, because Kanan told dude, he was like, I'm not going to get them. They coming to me because they making more money, whatever. And if Paul wasn't buying it, he got to see firsthand, them motherfuckers is not fucking with you because you ain't giving them enough. But it's also kind of fucked up because that little money they was getting from Paul before Kanan came and took them. I bet you it was good, all good then. But they done seen what that drug money do.
But the God of all grace will call us into his eternal glory by Christ Jesus. After that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish.
I forgot about that damn clock. That clock be saying stuff. I be forgetting to take it out the room. So then Kanan, after Kanan gives Paul a couple of guys. They walk off. So Kanan then sees Ronnie, approaches Ronnie. Ronnie basically invites him to a party. And I'm like, it's a whole damn child. You talking about, I want to invite you to a party. Like, what? So Kanan's like, nah, I'm not feeling that. So Ronnie's like, you going to want to be there. Kind of like he wasn't asking, nigga. It was just like, it was weird. So then we get Rock. She meets with Howard. See, like I said, I didn't think that they were going to meet up because of the fact that he told her as you on your own now a couple of episodes back when the whole gun situation happened with Kanan. But they meet up to talk. Basically, Rock wants some info about Neek. So she asks him about Neek. Howard tells her that Neek's case, of course, isn't high priority. Black drug dealer. He's like, well, I thought you actually put him down. Thought you was finally trying to settle the score. Then he was like, well, you out the game, so what you even care about the players for? Then he tells her, like, they don't have a body yet, but from the way that the tailor shop looked and the fact that they found a steel pipe with bone and hair fragments in it, they know for sure. I mean, well, basically they saying Neek's dead. So then what's his name? Howard's like, dang, first Dane, now Neek. It seemed like somebody trying to take everybody out. He's like, you think you next? You scared? Huh. Rock was like, it's a difference between being scared and aware. She was like, your partner was a scary bitch. I'm aware, nigga. Very much so. She is very much so. That's why she meeting up with you now, trying to get info. Because she the only one that suspected Ronnie. So then we get to seeing Marvin. He apologizes to Juke. Says, I know I be overdoing it, da-da-da. And then Juke apologizes for snapping on him. I'm glad she did that, though, because I was like, girl, you doing too much. She's just trying to be a supportive father. He's still learning how to be a father because the whole situation, I can't remember how the situation was with him with Juke growing up with him. Can't remember, but he's still learning every day. So it's just like, he was just trying to give you your praises or whatever, be a supportive father. Especially being a black man, you being a black girl, having your father in your life, girl, you should be happy. So I was happy that she apologized about that. Then she tells him, like, you were right. I might actually have a shot at being the lead in the group. So then we get this scene, Rock. She goes to Lou's club. She's like, I'm liking it. It looks like it got potential. Da, da, da. She apologizes to him for missing hip-hop night. Because, remember, she was going to go. She was about to go. And then the cops came, and I was so mad that they did that. Because I feel like if she didn't went that night, it probably would have been a better... Lou probably would have received her a little better. He probably would have still been standoffish and cold and distant and all that. But I feel like he would have received her a little better because of the fact that she came to support something. Like... So I was that's why I was mad at the feds, because first she told Marvin she wasn't even going. So when I saw that she changed her mind, I was like, okay. So we saying, like, the love gonna always be there. So she apologized for not being at the hip-hop night. Tells Lou, like, I want us to get back to the way we were. And then Lou, he basically blames Rock for all the stuff that he had to do or whatever. And Rock's like, you took some of them bodies on your own. You got to be responsible for some of the shit you done. She's like, regardless of all that, what can we do now? Move forward. She don't say them exact words, but basically, all in all. And the gangsters lady's tone. Lou's still like not trying to hear. He's like, I don't want to do nothing. Like, get out. Leave. So then we get this scene with the I think the dude name is Joe, the one that Marvin was in that support group with. They be meeting up with from time to time now. The editor dude that worked for the magazine. So they meet up. He tells Marvin he think about taking Marvin up on this idea to write a piece about Juke and the girl group. Says he would love to interview Marvin and Juke. So Marvin's like, okay, I'm happy about that. And then some guy approaches Marvin. It's like, what's up? It's like, you don't remember me? I remember when you used to be such and such with Tony. And Marvin's like, I don't know you, bro. You must got me mistaken. So on the way to Ronnie, this party that Kanan and got invited to by Ronnie, he decides to bring Juke and Aisha with him. And I'm just like, why? Naisha is the girl in the girl group that I feel like Juke is feeling, but won't say nothing. I know I was saying Naisha because I thought her name was Naisha, but it turns out it was Aisha. I heard Kanan say it clearly this episode. Because I swear I kept hearing people say Naisha, but it's Aisha. So he's flirting with... First of all, I'm like, why did he bring Juke and Aisha to this party? When you don't even know what you about to be walking into. You risking your cousin's life. Like, I'm lost on that. And this random girl that you don't even barely know. So then Juke's like, well, where Famous at? And Kanan's like, oh, I'm not fucking with Famous no more. So Juke's like, why? And, Kanan don't answer. They enter the party or whatever. So they enter the party, and Ronnie approaches Kanan, along with the dude Snaps that Ronnie met up with earlier in the season. Or maybe 2 episodes ago. He met up with the man and his wife. And they gave him some... They threw him some cash or funds or something to get started. So his name is Snaps. I forgot what his wife's name is, but he introduces himself to Kanan. Kanan's like, oh, I already know who you is. And then he's like, oh yeah, Ronnie tells me you've been making big moves. So Juke's like, oh, what moves you been making? So then Kanan's like, oh, I'm just, just making ends meet. He don't say too much. So then Juke tries to ask again, like, what happened with you and Famous? So Kanan's like, man, now another time we had a party. Then we get to scene one of Rock's tenants calls her about like a leak in the basement or something like that, somewhere in the place. This is where I feel like it starts to correlate for Rock that she ain't cut out for it. I mean, it's nice to clean your money, but as far as like landlord duties, she ain't with that. So back at the party, Kanan, he dancing with Aisha, Juke over there looking at them annoyed. Comes over and is like, oh, we gotta go because we got rehearsals in the morning. So Kanan's like, nah. Juke's like, we gotta go. And you leaving with us. So Kanan's about to leave with them until Ronnie approaches him and is like, some people want to meet you. So Juke starts scoping the room out. She starts naming all types of thugsters in here. I feel like that's a mix of thugs and gangsters. She started naming them all off. I was like, oh, this is a gangster party. So Juke tries to stop Kanan, like, you don't need to be doing this ain't where you need to be. Like, Rock wouldn't want you here. So that pisses Kanan off even more. He's like, I don't give a fuck what Rock want. He stays behind. So Lou he done fell off the wagon. He was doing good till Rock showed up. He was doing good. He back in the studio drinking like a mug. I was like, damn, Rock should have never came. That's why I feel like she should have, if she would have, well, I mean, she was coming on hip hop night, but I feel like if she came on hip hop night, it probably would have went better. But he back drinking, and yeah, he back drinking in the studio getting drunk. And then we get back to the party, and Ronnie, Snaps, and his wife, they sitting down with Kanan. They basically offering him an opportunity to work with them. They like it. They like the way his operation going already. They ain't trying to build nothing new when he got this situation happening. So they just trying to jump in there. But they trying to put the hard shit out there. They trying to sell some coke. Or dope. I don't know which one it is. So Kanan telling them like, well, this business is all me. Like, this is all me, no Rock. And Ronnie's like, fuck Rock. And Kanan kind of gives Ronnie a look. Because, like, yeah, I'm in my head like, fuck my mother, but at the same time, that's still my mother. And you, the way you said it, Kanan looked at Ronnie away when Ronnie was like, fuck Rock. You better be careful, Kanan. That nigga probably got a plan to kill your mother. Kanan a wild nigga, though. He killed his own son, so he might be cool with the nigga killing his mother. So Marvin stops by the strip mall, whatever that is that Rock bought. Check on Rock. The 2 dirty cops riding past and shit. So Rox tells Marvin that she got word from the police that Nika's dead. She starts talking about her decision about leaving the game. She's like, it seemed easy at the time. It seemed like the right thing to do for Kanan and myself and the family. And plus the Italians blew our shit up. So it seemed like the right thing. But she's like, man, well, what's the point though? Everybody think I'm out here doing wrong when I'm trying to do right. So I'm just like, oh, well, we knew that was not going, we knew Rock wasn't going to stay out the game long. So back at the party, all the gangsters, drug dealers, and all that, they gathering to take a pic. And Snaps, and Ronnie, they kind of called Kanan over to join in, like, get in the picture. I was like, oh, so he in the picture with some heavy hitters. He about to look like a gangster. Kanan ain't even caught a body yet. Famous caught a body before Kanan. But he did shoot somebody. He shot his father, but the nigga lived, so. So Rock and Marvin, they go to visit Stefano. Rock tells Stefano, I want to take over where Neek was. I wonder how them Chinese people gonna feel about them. I feel like they gonna have that shit booming, though. So Stefano's like, I thought you were out. Like, your inconsistency, it makes me nervous. So Marvin, he brings up, like, we took out Sal for your ass, so Stefano was like, the mail delivery driver is right. Because, you know, that's what Marvin was dressed as when he killed Sal. So Stefano agrees, and then he's like, but he tells Rock, oh, now that you back in, you know it's only one way out. We know what that means. I was like, sheesh. You really want to do this, Rock? Then we get Ronnie dropping off some work to Kanan. And then we get Agent Tanner asking Howard about, well, like, what do you know about Marvin? Howard, like, tries to play it. You know, he trying to play it off. He's a low-level criminal. Nothing to bat an eye about. Tanner's like, he can connect Marvin to the shooting that involved Sal's son. Remember, Marvin was the one that killed Sal's son. Then we get this final scene. Lou goes to Scrap Mom, drunk as hell, drunk off his ass, and tells her what happens to Scrap. I wonder what the hell she about to do now. Who put Scrap? Yeah, Rock put Scrap down. Man, that shit about to get crazy. She trying to get back in the game. She about to have all these enemies. She about to have to watch her back even more. But like she said she aware. And that's how the episode ended, man. I was just like, sheesh. Yeah, I forgot Lou did that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my grade at B-. Predictions for episodes to come. Like I said, I feel like Kanan, he working with Ronnie, but at the same time, but I don't know. Like, would he allow Ronnie to kill his mother? I don't know. I'm kind of glad that Famous and him not fucking with each other no more, because Kanan just out here being reckless and Famous just trying to make a honest living or whatever. But where that nigga stand at now that he done kicked him out of his own place? Now the Fed's about to be looking into Marvin. And Rock and Marvin about to be back in business. With no Lou though. And Lou done fell off the way. What is Scrap Mom about to do with that information? What is Scrap Mom about to do with that information? And is Howard going to actually get transferred? If he get transferred, there goes your info, Rock. I think. I don't know. He might be able to still get info for her. But I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Ronnie working with a lot of people right now, so we gonna see what's gonna happen with that. Oh yeah, Rock about to be back in business. They about to be enemies. I mean, they already are enemies, but it's about to be crazy. I just thought about that. But yeah, those are my little thoughts, what have you nots, episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review, and comment below what you thought of the episode, what you would grade the episode, what I talked about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything. Hope this picture was good because it's so dark, but yeah, and like this video, subscribe to my channel, because I don't only review Power, I review a lot of other shows. Sometimes I review random series that I watched. So yeah, just go to my channel and check out some stuff. You might not even know that it's there. But yeah, thanks for watching this review. If you watched it in its entirety or if you didn't watch it at all. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.